No, the ayes have it. I understand the next entity members wish to debate is Solid Energy New Zealand, and the question is that the report of the Commerce Committee on the 2012-13 financial review of Solid Energy New Zealand be noted. I call Catherine Delahunty.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Solid Energy is not a solid story. It's a sad story, especially when we know that our environment is our economy. We do need our state-owned enterprises to be solid, and no one could describe what's happened to Solid Energy in the last financial term of Parliament as being solid at all. It's a sad story from the failed lignite project through to the recent 170 redundancies at the Stockton mine, which is costing families dear, because Solid Energy is in a slump for two reasons. One is mismanagement, and the other is that the coal industry globally is in a serious slump. Solid Energy has been badly managed and is wrecking the environment without any employment security for the people of the West Coast. Even coking coal is not holding up as Chinese steel industry also slows down. And we only have to talk to Australia about the state of the coal industry as a basis for your economy to know that it is not a stable basis for a good economy. But, as George Monbiot said this week, an ounce of hope is worth a ton of despair. Perhaps not a lot of hope associated with Solid Energy's current performance and their reliance on fossil fuels, but a hope that many people, including the Greens, recognise that coal is the past and kills the climate, and that clean energy and looking after the environment is our only viable future. We have a beautiful country. We have relied on coal in the past, and what we have done now is seen a global coal price and an environmental damage which makes this state-owned asset in a bad way. I attended the select committee where Solid Energy came and spoke about the state of their books and where they denied that they were thinking of trying to get overseas buyers to take over, including some of the Indian state coal people. But whatever is their future, their present is very shaky, and no one will deny that. Solid Energy, like all of us, needs to build a future that is based on clean energy, renewables, and meaningful sustainability. They cannot keep trying to relive the past. If we do what we've always done, we will get what we have always got, and that is a boom and bust economy for the mining towns who, despite many years of coal extraction, including Huntly and including the West Coast, there is still severe poverty in those communities. I have driven through those communities and seen the homes. If coal was ever going to deliver, it would have. Instead, coal has damaged the environment permanently, and Stockton is a dreadful site, but it hasn't created the sustainable work that the people deserve. No community should be at the mercy of an international price that can make the difference between employment and survival or despair. So we are for a positive and hopeful view of what companies like Solid could be, but in order for them to be that, we need change. And in a progressive government, the Greens would oppose new coal mines. We are proud to say that we have launched a climate policy that would make polluters like coal miners pay, and that our climate policy has been well received. And as people would have heard at question time when Russell Norman talked about it, there are many commentators from all sides of the political spectrum who don't believe that coal is the future, don't believe that fossil fuels can be managed the way they're being managed, don't support emissions trading schemes because they're clip-the-ticket failures, and do support the positive moves that we have made for a transition to a just economy based on a sustainable climate. There is much hope to be had in protecting and valuing our environment. It is a very tough call for coal communities. We can have no illusions about the price of transition. But we here in this House, we have a responsibility to the future and to those communities, and we have to build that transition. We can do that. We can innovate. We can set up green investment banks. We can protect the climate through sensible and fair climate policies that don't hurt people. We can support Solid Energy to change. we can say to them that we will support a real, genuine investment in those things. And we can say to those communities that regional development is a real thing and government has a role to play as a partner in supporting parts of the country that have been dependent on companies like Solid who cannot deliver to them reliable jobs and a clean environment for the future. I'm under no illusion how tough that call is. This is not said lightly. This is not with disrespect to the people who've lost their jobs. This is because I come from a community that was once dependent on mining and we have built our way out of it. And we are fortunate to have done that because we can survive on ecotourism. We can survive on low-impact things. Coal is not the future and Solid Energy needs help to change.
The question is that the report of the Commerce Committee on the 2012-13 financial review of Solid Energy New Zealand be noted. Those of that opinion will say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. I understand the next entity members wish to debate is the Bay of Plenty District Health Board. The question is that the report of the Health Committee